people and their questions are very funny. Basically cookie dough on cookie dough on cookie dough. Every single time. I got it when I was like 19 and then it fell out during cardio. I don't really like them that much. No. What's going on, guys? So I recently put on my Instagram that I was conducting a Q&A for this video, so we're gonna go ahead and go through those questions so I can answer them for you guys here. I haven't done a Q&A in a while, so I figured why not? I want to answer some questions you guys might have. First question you guys probably have, where is my shirt from? I haven't put this shirt on in like years, but it's from Forever 21 or like Marshall's, I'm almost positive. So it's kind of just like a cute throw-on shirt. And I did just get my hair done. It's freshly black. And I also have never parted it on this side, but it just kind of fell on this side. So we're gonna roll with it, even though that's pretty weird. Yep, we're gonna roll with it. Okay, first question from Alyssa Gallerini. I'm about to enter my final year of nursing school. Good for you, girl. So I can't really afford a coach right now. What would you say is the next best way to accurately calculate your macros? That is exactly what I did. I didn't have a coach my senior year of college. I didn't have a coach for my first 2 or 3 preps that I did all by myself. Calculating your macros for the first time is essentially going to be an estimate, but you can use macro calculators online. I highly recommend you do like at least 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein, 0.35 to 0.45 grams of fat per pound of body weight, and the rest of your calories are going to be from carbs. I actually have an entire ebook teaching you how to track macros. If you're learning how to track macros for the first time and you're not really sure how to exactly do that, I'm gonna put my body down a little bit, there we go. And you're not really sure how to track your macros, how to go about changing them in the future, things like that, go ahead and check that ebook out because it's really resourceful. It's essentially taking all of the things that I learned personally about tracking your macros and taking all the research articles that I looked up and everything that I learned on my way up into like my tracking knowledge, I guess, organized into one book. So you can absolutely go find all those things on YouTube, on the internet, things like that, but it's basically just like a convenient way to pack all those things into one little package. Next question, what is the thing you hate and love most in your personality? We'll start with love, my independence, I suppose. I have always been kind of like an independent, incredibly driven person, regardless of like my whole entire life. I've always had some like inner drive to be my best, so I guess that's something that I enjoy about myself. Something that I dislike is that I'm pretty impatient sometimes. I try to be as patient as possible in like certain situations, but there's some times where I just get really, really worked up and I am not. Patience is a virtue, and that is something that I am learning. That was actually one of my New Year's resolutions, so there's that. What are some things on your bucket list from M. Kate Lemon? Something on my bucket list has always been to go to the Grand Canyon. I almost went when I drove across the country, but it was about 8 hours up from our route, and we would have had to go 8 hours up and 8 hours down, and we really just wanted to get there. But going to the Grand Canyon and going to Australia are on my bucket list. Nicole Melissa 95 said, do you have any food allergies? What do you think would be the worst food allergy to have for yourself? I think having a food allergy to like whey or dairy would probably be bad. Not necessarily dairy as in like cheese and stuff, because I can totally not eat cheese for the rest of my life and dairy and be fine, but I know a lot of people that have an allergy to whey and whey protein, and I really like my protein waffles. So that would be super sad if I had an allergy to that, but I don't have any food allergies. Are you excited for your new apartment? Yes, I am very excited. I move in a week from yesterday, and I'm moving in with Karen Paolini. I'm like so excited for the new apartment. The apartment that I'm in right now has no AC, no in-house washer dryer. It's like kind of old. It was my first apartment that I moved into last year in California, and I needed something a little bit cheaper, but I'm upgrading and I am so excited to move in next week. The place is a disaster. I'm ready to just move in and get my stuff all settled and everything. Aesthetic Strength said, if you can change one thing about the fitness industry, what would it be? And when we lifting, bro, as soon as possible. I've been trying to lift with you forever, Brendan, but if I can change one thing about the fitness industry, it would probably be really bad. Fitness coaches still, actually my client Courtney today sent me a screenshot of the meal plan that she used to be on from an online coach, and the coach gave her 66 carbs and 66 carbs on her low days and 0 carbs with unlimited fucking vegetables on her high carb days with 20 grams of fat. And she's trying to put on muscle. I think it's slowly getting better. but I think that that is the #1 thing that I would change. There's still so many terrible coaches out there and so many people perpetuating terrible ideas, thoughts about food, training, things like that, and I hope that that subsides slowly or like completely goes away. Like, I want to wipe that out of the fitness industry. It's terrible. People and their questions are very funny. When you travel all around the country, do you get charged for day passes for different gyms, or do they let you in for free? Some gyms will let us in for free, like Emily and I kind of just like weaseled our way into going to Planet Fitness for free. Most of the time we pay for day passes. Like when we went to Quad's gym in Chicago, we 100% paid for the day pass. Day passes can range anywhere from $10 to $20 to $30 depending on what gym you go to. If you guys ever visit Gold's Gym Venice, it's a $20 day pass, so anybody can come. If you're traveling around, usually gyms will charge you for a day. Will charge you for a day pass. This is a weird thing with the side part on this side. I'm not used to this, man. What camera and editing software do you use? So I use iMovie still, guys. You can do everything on iMovie, it's free. I'm going to upgrade to either Final Cut or Adobe Premiere very soon. I don't know which one yet, but I'm gonna be upgrading pretty soon, just soon at some point. iMovie you can essentially do everything with. All my editing and everything I do is on iMovie, and as long as you just kind of like start playing around with it. I didn't have any tutorial or nobody really taught me, but you can look up stuff on YouTube and figure out how to do pretty much anything. I also have a Sony a5100 for my camera, and I'm probably going to be upgrading soon also. When carb cycling, do low carb days have to be lower calorie than the other days, or do you just have to eat more protein and fat to make up so you eat around the same number of calories every day? Mine are always lower calorie on my low carb days and higher calorie on my high carb days. Gabby SCIB. Do you want to get married and have kids someday? Absolutely. I've always pictured my life in the future with a family and kids. I don't know when that's gonna be. I'm not anywhere near thinking about having kids and a family, but I definitely do want that in the future. That's always something that I pictured my life looking like. More Casey said, if you could make your own menchie's flavor, and what would it be, and what toppings would you put on it? So I would probably have it be like cookie dough flavor with basically like a pound of cookie dough chunks in it. So it needs to have chunks as a topping, but basically cookie dough on 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 cookie dough. If it wasn't for your fitness career, would you still have moved to California? Also, would you have to give up Froyo or caffeine, and which would you choose? From T_Kemp9. Number one, if it wasn't for fitness, I definitely still would have moved to California. When I first moved here, I thought that I was gonna be getting a nursing job. As many of you guys might know, that was my original plan, was to be a nurse. Also doing fitness stuff at the same time, but I came here regardless. I did not want to live in Rhode Island anymore. I like California. I love it here. I'm a Southern California girl now. So I definitely still would have moved here. And if I had to give up Froyo or caffeine, which would you choose? Honestly, this is sad, but probably Froyo. Caffeine is necessary. Gabby SCIB, would you ever switch back to clean eating instead of if it's your macros? No. Laura from Hers says, can you please share a high-level overview of bodybuilding competitions, types, divisions, classes, junior versus national, etc. So this is a good question. It might be pretty confusing for some people. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the fact that I compete in the NPC. I will just talk about the NPC because that's what I compete in. In the NPC, you have your regional level shows to start off with. So most states have a bunch of regional level shows. California, Texas, and like Florida, bigger states usually have bigger populations or more frequent regional shows, but essentially you can enter a regional show as long as you pay the entry fee and as long as you get your NPC card, which just costs $150. You can enter a regional show, and then if you get top 3, I believe, or top 5 in your class, which means you can go to a national show. So backing up slightly, in the bikini, which is the division that I compete in, it's height classes. So there's class A, which is shortest, class B, C, D, E, F, which is the tallest, and they judge you based off of your class. There could be groups of like 7 to 15 to 30 girls in a class, and if you get top 3 or 5, I forget, in that class, then you qualify to go to national. And then there's also like figure, which is a little bit more muscular, which is for females, and there's also still female bodybuilding in some shows, but it's kind of phasing out. There's also men's physique, which is when the guys wear the board shorts. There's classic physique, which is where the guys wear like the tight underwear that's black but not a Speedo, and then there's bodybuilding, which is when they wear a Speedo basically, and they're like the biggest people there. In the NPC, there are 6 national shows every single year starting in March, I believe. So there's Junior USA's, Junior Nationals, Team U, USA Championships, which is in July, and then there's North Americans, which is the show that I am doing, and then there's Miami Nationals in November. So those are the 6 national shows that there always are during the year, and then each national show is different in terms of placing. Depending on where you place in the national show, then you get your pro card, and then you compete at the pro level. Quick intermission there. Camera was dying, and then I had to eat food because I hadn't eaten since I got back. So I just let the camera charge for a little bit, and now we're back. Okay, back to the questions. So let's see here. Caroline Melody Mayer says, when are you coming back to Europe and where? And are there any Pardomas workshops planned here? Pardomas is trying very hard to get international in 2017. We're organizing the schedule for 2017 now, so we can have that out to you guys hopefully by the end of 2016, so it's all set for 2017. But we have been taking every single comment into consideration, where you guys ask us where to go. We got so much from Europe, so much in Canada, so much elsewhere around the country. So we're definitely going to come back and hit some of the spots that we've already hit, but we're also going to try to come international as well. So stay tuned for Pardomas workshops in 2017. Gab.fit said, do you have any tattoos or piercings, and do you want more? So I do have one tattoo. I've showed you guys this like maybe once or twice, but you'll see it there. Back there. It says, my ambition is my weaponry, and it's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite songs by Nikki Heaton. The song is called I'm Ready, and I never thought that I would be getting a tattoo ever in my whole life. I got this 2 years ago, I think. But once I heard that song and those lyrics, I immediately knew I wanted them tattooed on my body, so I got them done. And I don't have any piercings aside from my ears. I used to have my belly button pierced. I got it when I was like 19, and then it fell out during cardio, and then I never looked back. That is the only tattoo that I have, and I would get another one. It has to speak to me as equally as the other one did. Have you ever been in love? In the past, I maybe thought that I was, but my last relationship was quite some time ago. It was 2.5 years ago, so I was like 20 at that point. 21. Looking back, I definitely have not been in love. I don't think I know what that is yet. I don't know what it feels like yet, so that is that. And then the question following that is am I dating? I feel like every fitness YouTuber who is single gets asked that question, or who doesn't show the opposite sex on their channel very often. But since I've had my Instagram, Amanda Bucci Fit, which is like 2.5, 3 years now, I haven't put a guy on there that saying that I'm dating them ever. I'm pretty positive, because that was when my last like real relationship was. Since then, I've had people that I've dated kind of casually, and things that started happening and then stopped happening for whatever particular reason. Currently, I have 0 prospects on the horizon. I'm just kind of a picky person. I just know immediately if it's gonna work out, and I kind of like can tell pretty quickly whether or not it's going to be something that I want to pursue, or that I think can be like long lasting. Since I'm such a busy person, I don't really kind of this is like bad to say, but I don't necessarily have the time to waste on people that I think would work out, but I'm not really sure. I don't really like them that much, so I might just like kind of hang out with them here and there. Like, I don't really have time to do that. So things like that, dating people, meeting people, they happen organically. I'm not like searching for someone to go find and date. Like, I'm not like stalking the internet and like Tindering. Like, I don't do any of that. But I think meeting people happens organically, so I'm sure it'll happen one day. But otherwise, it's been 2.5 years since I've been single, which has taught me a lot about myself. And I'm completely 100% okay with where I am. I'm cool with being single. I'm cool with just like enjoying getting to know myself better, getting to be a stronger, independent, happy person on my own, so that by the time I do date somebody, that I'm gonna be confident and not like needing someone to make me feel any particular way. So I'm good with where I am. I'm not dating anybody right now, but thank you for the question. So many questions of that. So many. What are your frequently used emojis? The laughing, crying face, like if that's not part of your frequently used emojis, are you even happy? The heart, the crying face, the little like hand thing. I love this guy so much. Passive aggressive smiley is something I use super often. I always use the like thankful hands because I like them. This is my roommate, Karen, the one that I'm moving in with next week. Do you snore? Are you a TP over or under kind of girl? And do I have to wear pants around the house? Absolutely not. I do not snore, and definitely toilet paper over. If you could change your hair color, what would you change it to? I actually used to have a ton of blonde hair. I'm gonna insert a photo like right here of me with blonde hair. It's pretty funny, but I definitely want to keep this black for like ever. I love the black hair. Love it. Magdalena Gojovic. Gojo something rather. Your favorite food when you were a kid? I specifically remember going out to eat or getting lunch at the cafeteria. Every single time it was chicken fingers and fries. I like did not enjoy anything else except for chicken fingers and fries. The final question of the night is, what are my birthday plans? So my birthday is 2 weeks on July 6th. I am not really a birthday plan type of gal. I honestly could not tell you what I'm doing on my birthday at this point. I'll probably go to the gym, get a good lift and cardio session in, hang out with Emily, maybe lay by the pool. I've never been the let's take the entire week to celebrate my birthday because it's my special day kind of person. This is my 4th year on prep during my birthday, so I can't really like go out to eat or do a whole lot. Maybe I'll go see a movie or something. Last year on my birthday I was on prep and I went to go see what movie? Jurassic World with my roommate, so that was kind of fun. But I don't know what I'm doing on my birthday, but if y'all want to send me like a card or something, then that'll make me happy. P.O. box is in the description box, so that would be kind of cool. But I kind of just want to spend the day with some friends and people that I love hanging out with. Thank you guys so much for watching this Q&A. I know it went kind of long, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy doing these, so leave a comment below if you want me to do more of these. Give the video a thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys as always.